In the pizza delivery game, the Noid
Back in the 90s, it was a popular marketing ploy to use video games as an advertising tool.
So when you call AdamOS Pizza, you get the best.
McDonald's produced the game McKids, where you collect cards for all the McDonald's mascots. Cheetos made multiple games featuring Chester Cheetah, where you collect Cheetos. Even 7-Up had a game featuring their mascot, Cool Spot. My favorite of these advert games, though, is Yo Noid.
This is the Noid. He loves to ruin your pizza.
The Noid was a mascot for Domino's Pizza. I never understood this character as a kid, but for some reason I was instantly drawn to it. Check this out, I still have my Noid plush. But this is about the game, so let's move on. In the game Yo Noid, your goal is to... well, I actually have no idea what the point of this game is, other than to get to the end of the level and eat more pizza than the other Noids. There are no bosses, or storyline, or really any indication as to why anything is happening. You just use your yo-yo to take out everything in your way, collect the secret cards for the pizza eating contest, and of course, eat pizza. The platforming in this game is pretty basic. Get from point A to point B, nothing special. The pizza eating contests are just basic math with very little strategy. So why am I reviewing this game? Because there's this draw to it that can only be explained by saying, just play it and you'll see. Despite the redundancy of the platforming and the yo-yo, each level has its own unique mechanic and enemies. You have your basic platforming landscape, the infamous ice levels, water-themed levels, moving platforms, and many more. There's also a few levels where you control the Noid with items, like skateboards and helicopters. Putting that extra effort into the variety is one of the selling points of this game. Another very unique selling point to this game is the pizza eating contests. These contests are like the boss battles of the game. It's very simple. The opposing Noid picks a number, and then you pick a number. Whoever has the higher number gets pizzas equal to the difference. So if he picks 2, and you pick 4, you win 2 pizzas. What makes these contests challenging is having to find the hidden cards throughout the platforming parts of the game. You can get multiplier cards and special cards like pepper and hot sauce. Getting these hidden cards are essential to defeating the Noids towards the end of the game. You find them by throwing your yo-yo in the spot where they're hidden. You will find yourself constantly throwing your yo-yo looking for these cards. There are no hidden cards in the first 2 levels, so just trust me that they'll eventually exist. Pro tip: you can collect as many multiplier cards as you want, but you can only have 1 pepper and 1 hot sauce at a time. You have multiple chances of collecting a hot sauce and a pepper before each contest, so you may as well use them every chance you get. As for the multipliers, you will want to save as many of those as you can for the later battles. There are 14 levels total, so ration them accordingly. Eventually you will defeat the last Noid in a pizza eating contest, and you get this weird ending that makes absolutely no sense. But since there's no storyline, I guess it doesn't matter. After a little practice, you can complete this game in under an hour, and I find it a good warm-up game if you plan on playing a more challenging platformer like Castlevania. You can find Yo Noid for fairly cheap. I usually see it sell for around $5 to $10, and most resellers will always have a copy on their shelf. The replay value is high, the price is right, and it won't take you all night to complete. it's definitely worth picking up if you see it.